Call me Inem.
Inem, she's returned.
Baited in a bloody bucket of supposed gritty realism, Shanty Town boasts of a compelling telling with ample visuals, amazing performances, and a sensitive subject matter blended on some social commentary on the exploitation and objectification of women with an entertaining offering all at first glance, but all on its plate fails in execution and forgot the most important element of all, a complete and coherent story. Let's review.
You're not supposed to gather this energy, take and go fight Scar. You will get those men. We will bring them to justice.
A group of courtesans attempt to escape the grasp of a notorious kingpin, but political corruption and blood ties make freedom a near impossible goal.
Based in a small town in Lagos called Shanty Town, the show explores the life of sex workers under the leadership of a tyrannical handler named Scar, played by Chidi Mokeme. The show opens with a backstory of a family escaping from raiders as they lose everything they had. 2 of the family members are shot while the other 2 are caught and led into a prostituting ring. We cut to the present 18 years later. There are people in the ring who want to be free and leave Shanty Town and the brutal nature accompanied with sex work and make their own lives outside of this place. Shanty Town is a decent watch and possesses some amazing performances from the likes of the classic OGs of old Nollywood who pour in their chops to deliver believability to the world their characters exist in throughout its 6-episodic run. With all these pieces in place from the setup, one would expect that the plot would come in at some point, but it never does. Viewers are left to spend the first 2 to 3 episodes in shallow expository waters trying to understand the plot, the place, and its rules. While Shanty Town may have had a great concept behind it or on paper, the several tropes in it makes the film lack any sense of originality. Rather than spin a new take on the familiar tropes, Shanty Town threads on a thin rope and focuses more on visual style than its substance. There is nothing new you haven't seen before, from the gang leader who works for politicians, a lady who wants revenge for a sister or a twin, 2 political rivals determined to make each other fall, and the overly sexualization of women through prostitution is a few crime drama starter pack. The story and execution doesn't help matters as Shanty Town bears no particular direction or vision and makes you wonder where the story is heading, coupled with some long and unnecessary wooden dialogues. The show drags a lot due to some unnecessary short and lengthy scenes that really don't propel the plot forward. One scene in particular ran for almost 9 minutes and it wasn't engaging or interesting enough to justify its length. It's that inconsistency and occasionally troubled pacing that hinders Shanty Town from reaching a solid height it was striving for. And don't even get us started on the fight scenes as they were all tacky, overly rehearsed, choppy, and poorly choreographed. And its lack in clarity makes you question who is fighting who and who belongs to what side in the 3rd act fight.
We have a code red.
For the performances, Chidi Mokeme is a total beast fueled with graded charisma as he embodies the character of Scar. He is convincingly cruel and totally lost in the role. He chews every scene is in, effortlessly shifting between loyal vulnerability of a servant and stone-cold authoritative grim of a master. Inedo as Inem renders a decent performances in some scenes, balancing Inem's moments of vulnerability and determination. Her energy with Inse Ibe team, who in her own right delivers fantastically, feels organic and they complemented each other well enough. RMD also delivered admirably, even though he had that rape face. Iroko critics, here's one for you. Most other players were of average rendition, from Shafi Bello playing almost the same character we've seen in most of our recent movies with animated rendition. Nancy Isime Ashalewa also rendered an average performance, and then there is Mr. P's of P Square's acting, which is quite terrible. It can rival that of a porn acting. Just saying.
Blood of Jesus.
On a positive note, its use of multilingualism is done to an admirable fashion as it blends with the very atmospheres of the scene, from English, Pidgin, Yoruba, Igbo, and Ibibio, all done to a tasteful delight. The music, score, sound design, and sound mixing, while not flawless, were commendable as they enrich each given scenes they were employed in. Also, the cinematography is another good element of the film. It renders an amount of dexterity that made most of its scenes beautiful and grotesque, and an easy example would be the opening scene, where we were introduced to the Shangisha community. Everything from the tracking shots and angles gave a sense of chaos and fear. But sadly, there were no other scenes that could match up the thrill and urgency of the first one, as the show never succeeds in getting the viewers interested or invested in the plot, as it never drills deep beyond its surface. Events occur at intervals, but the link between them is almost non-existent. Also, it often feels like the show was trying too hard to be edgy by regularly putting shots of body parts, naked women, and so on. The women in the show are not merely sexual objects for the characters, but also for the camera.
While I day for Tanga.
In the end, Shanty Town can serve as a decent watch to anyone who isn't really moved by compelling storytelling and can find some enjoyment in its narrative structure and performances, but it's filled with enough plot hole big enough to fill up Shalewa's sexual urges.
After you trust me, I go fuck him. How much?
Shut up.
As the plot is not strong or directed enough to carry it, the show tries to entice its viewers with nudity, action, violence, and gore, mostly without rhyme, rhythm, or reason. Violence didn't serve as a tool to tell a story here or even elevate it. It was employed only for shock value. There is honestly no gradual progression to this show because there are no inciting events or narrative checkpoints to carry things along. There are too many moving parts within the narrative structure, and that makes it difficult to forgive any of its shortcomings. Shanty Town is not a bad show, but it also isn't a good one. It would have been clever if only it had a clinical narrative direction and allowed the other elements complement and elevate it as a piece of riveting cinema. So, what do you think of our review? Do you agree? Do you not? Have you seen Shanty Town yet? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please do give us a thumbs up. If you don't, well, that's okay. For more movie and TV related content, be sure to subscribe to Popcorn and Reels, hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we drop a new video, and remember, whoever you are, wherever you are, never ever stop watching movies. Catch you guys soon. Peace. Wait. So Jackie is trying to call Shalewa right here in this scene, and she's saying Shalewa is not picking, but it's already reading 8 minutes 38 seconds on her phone. And then she put the phone right in her bag. Now in episode 5, Shalewa said Jackie sent her a voice note. A voice note. Now look at the interface of this voice note. That had 2 times. Above it's 436 and below it is 905. And what kind of WhatsApp has this interface? Oh wait.
It's Shanty Town now. Things are not supposed to be the same. You say, calm down.
Okay. Let me just add another one. Just one quick one. So, when Shalewa started playing this voice note, it stopped at 6 seconds before the camera cut to these 2 shots. But after them listening to the whole thing, it still picked up from 8 seconds. Like, all these G's happen in between 2 seconds. Abana, come on now. Okay. After all this, I think my major question about this entire voice note, voicemail call thing is, who pressed send? Wait, where did Scar get this order touch and follow from? They go send a backup now. Oh yeah, now we don't hear you people. More things you didn't notice coming up in another video. Peace.
You are under arrest for multitude charges.
Oh.